Tal, you can start.
Okay. Can you hear me, guys? Wow, live from Romania and Tel Aviv and Malta and Atlit, which is near Haifa. And wow, so many people here and really VIPs. It's like a really amazing panel. And first of all, I want to thank Michnea and the team from the Casino Life magazine, one of the more influential magazines in Romania. And as you know, Romania is a very interesting country, having both online and offline. And it's nice to see more and more events. And let's hope that this event will not only stay on the digital sphere, but also organize really nice stuff, also physical. I do remember that I met Michnea and his team a few years ago in Romania by one of the Sigmas there, and then he told me that there are some also physical events. Let's hope that once the corona will be over, we'll all see each other there as well. So first of all, thank you guys, and let's delve into some more details and more interesting stuff that we have here for all of us together. We have until 3 p.m. Israel time, 2 p.m. Malta time, which is also 3 p.m. German time. No, yeah, sorry. Yeah, 2 p.m. Central European time. I got confused with all the times. I'm Tal Ron. I believe some of you know me already. I'm a lawyer from Tel Aviv. I deal with gaming law, with high-tech, and with financial law. And I have a very, I think, eclectic teams of speakers. Let's start with the ladies first, as we say. Let's start with Melanie Veronica Heinzer, which everybody, when they see her in London or in Lisbon, everybody saw Melanie in Lisbon. And people were sure that she's Israeli. She has a very Israeli look, but actually she's not Israeli. She's originally from Austria. Very smart and clever professional, working for years in the gaming industry, both in marketing and also in the operations side. And she moved to Malta a few years ago, enjoying Malta, I think, from the photos that you can see. She enjoys Malta, you know. But the good thing about Melanie is she's really versed in all the aspects of the industry, both the marketing and also the operation. And I'm really happy to see Melanie coming here, both on behalf of Wiles and on behalf of Roots. And she has also lots of other very interesting activities. So thank you so much, Melanie, for joining us. We cannot hear you, Melanie. Melanie, you're muted. You are muted.
You're muted.
Now you're okay.
Okay, thank you for the nice introduction, Tal.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much, Melanie. Next, we have Mr. Ron Talmor, which actually is confused because it's like a Zoom name is Ron Tal, but he's not Ron Tal. He's not me, obviously. You can see he has more hair than me. Ron Talmor is actually very well known in the, in the affiliate business. He actually started with marketing, like the more conservative stuff. He was working in PC Magazine, which I believe, guys who are 80s people, born or raised in the 80s, know PC Magazine. So he was there. And then he moved into other type of marketing. But I think that in the last probably 5 or 6 years, everybody sees Ron Talmor as one of the leaders in affiliate marketing of financial activities. And recently he also entered gaming. And the nice stuff about Trafficasa, they opened out Trafficasino, is that I really like their employees, It's not very easy because lots of people in the affiliate business, you can say lots of things about them, but not all of them are nice. I'm not here to be politically correct, okay? Whether they are girls, whether they are guys, many of them are, come, give me a prepayment, come, you know what I mean? And the thing about Trafficasa is, first of all, I like to work with their employees. And the second thing, I know that the people, the partners are happy to work with them, both affiliates and also the brokers. So Ron Talmor, I know you're very, very busy. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for the good words, Tal.
Thank you so much. Next, I have my friend Assaf Stieglitz, also like me, coming from the scientific side of the world, studied in the Technion, did some mathematics, computer science. He's probably the most, Ron, the most clever guy on this panel. And okay, and no, I'm just, I'm joking. Probably it's Matan, but Assaf is like is a very well-known affiliate that is actually also doing gaming and also doing crypto and also doing best comparison. And it's nice to have guys that have like actually holistic approach. And this is why I have Assaf here with me. He has been founding a company which was called originally WiseFox, but you have odds 1x2 on sports betting. Yeah. Then you have also PlayWiseCasino. And then you entered more and more, and now you do some cryptocurrency. So again, I am happy to have Assaf here, and again, to see people joining us in these events.
Thank you, Tom.
Last but not least, thank you, Assaf. Last but not least, one before the last, let's now introduce my newest team member, Miss Emily Helmer, straight from the United States of America. I don't know if we can say it, because, you know, like the Americans, everybody's like scared the shit out of the Americans. But, you know, I don't think that anyone here is marketing anything for American public. No one does, you know, like ICOs here or SEC stuff. So I don't think we have any issues with Americans. But Emily came from the United States. Her dream was to pursue a legal and compliance career with digital marketing companies and high-tech companies. And she joined our team in January. And I'm really happy for you to join to this panel already. Actually, already here. Last month, she was interviewed for Finance Magnets, and today you're here with us. Thank you, Emily, for joining us.
Thank you for the introduction, Tal. It's a pleasure
Thank
to
you.
be here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And then we have Mr. Matan Moyal, which actually lives, I think, farther than me than Assaf. Assaf, what is farther than Tel Aviv? Like Atlit or Mevaseret Zion?
It's like 50 minutes.
Atlit is 50 minutes from Tel Aviv?
Yes.
So Matan is closer. Matan, how close is that?
I'm actually 30 minutes from Tel Aviv.
Okay, we'll check it, because Matan promised us that we will come to visit his house probably in 2 or 3 weeks when all of us will be vaccinated. So then we can tell you if it's worth it.
Definitely.
If it's worth it. Cool. Guys, thank you first of all.
I can give you a quick view if you want.
Yeah, show us a quick view. To show all the European guys, all our friends in Europe, how does it look like? Please, please.
Okay, lovely.
This is Jerusalem. Wow. Jerusalem Hills.
The holy city. Not politics, holy city. It's good. Good, very good, guys. So it's fun. Everybody is here, and we're all the time on the time. So we have like 30 minutes left. So let's do it, guys. Let's start. How do you or your business partners? How do you or your business bring extra value to your partners? And partners, it can be clients, it can be, suppliers. What do you think needs to be done to do it even better? So that's the question. It's a very vague question, but I want it vague on purpose. How do you or your business bring extra value to your partners? And what do you think to be done to do it even better? Let's start with Melanie. Melanie.
Yes. So in our company, we are having artificial intelligence and also machine learning as core business. And that means that we optimize our revenues, bringing more profits to our partners. Also, for example, we know that we can increase player lifetime value or player turnover by 5%, recommending engines. And also at the same time, we know that we can increase lifetime value by 10 to 15% by using artificial intelligence and machine learning on our bonus costs and promotional values, which is 4 times more than we're actually spending. And also one key factor, I think, is personalization. It's key to player lifetime optimization. If you look at our casinos, the lobby looks for every player different. Also the communication to the player, depending on their player behavior, they get the right offer at the right moment. If someone is just playing at night, they're getting the messages only at night. So we don't do mass send-outs to people at times that they don't appreciate it.
I can tell you that we had Emily and I, and we had a phone call today with one of our clients before this show, and he saw your offering, and he actually wanted to see if he can actually license that technology. He's now working with another provider, I think from Bulgaria, But I think that, you'll get a phone call today by him or an introduction email. I will connect you and let's see if you can do it. But that's what I really like about, I think that it's very unique, your platform, and actually it's very tailor-made, right? It's you and these two Scandinavian partners. Do I remember correctly?
We are a Finnish company, yeah.
Finnish company, so you're Scandinavian is still
yeah.
Finnish, but I mean it's you and those Finnish and guys from Scandinavia somewhere, from the Nordic, Baltic, Nordic, So but you're licensed in the MGA and you do lots of buzz. And I remember last year we were in November 2019. We were then in Milan, and I remember that you actually had a really high FTD rate. What can you please explain more? What was that?
Yeah.
We
had in the first 3 months once we launched PlayWiseCasino, we had alone from Germany up to 20,000 FTDs, which is incredible. By now, we are only operating now since not even 2 years, and we just launched our third brand, Wheels, with brand ambassador David Hasselhoff.
Wow, David Hasselhoff! Yes. One second. Maybe only Assaf will know who is David Hasselhoff. Yeah, he was a very famous Baywatch. I think a Knight Rider also, and he was also a singer. He had like a Europop song that he did like in 1986, I think. David Hasselhoff is like a hard. Is it correct or am I imagining?
No, he is really a great guy. We also wrote a song, so our theme song that we use for advertising for Wheels is.
Isn't he the guy that played? Isn't he the guy that played in Dirty Dancing or something?
No, this is Patrick.
No, Patrick Swayze.
Guys, it's Patrick Swayze. They look a bit similarly. They look a bit. Emily probably doesn't know what we're speaking about, like because she was born in the 90s. But we're all like 80s people, and me and Assaf is 70s. So like it's like different. So so understand. So that's really really cool. And so thank you so much, Melanie. I would like to hear. Thank you. I would like to hear Assaf. Assaf, like there is almost no sports betting this year. So what you and your business bring, which value you can bring this year to your partners, my friend?
There were 2 months where sports was halted all over the world. So during this time, it was very hard both on our B2C and B2B business to deliver to our clients, and we had to think deep what can be done. Yeah. And sports-wise, we turned into esports because esports was running through the pandemic early days. And we started from scratch to learn this topic and to understand how the characteristic of this business works, because it's really different from traditional sports.
Can you explain, please? Can you explain, because there will be another event in September, a physical event in Amsterdam on esports and fantasy sports. So can you please explain? Some will think it's a trivial question, but please explain again the difference between the esports and the regular ones.
Regular sports is like 2 teams or 2 tennis players are playing one against each other, while esports is like a computer game. There are teams of esports players which are playing against others on League of Legends, on Fortnite.
Guys, who joined us from Sigma? Hey!
Hello,
someone joined us now.
I'm not hearing you.
Rega, someone joined us now from Sigma. Can you see someone?
Hello.
You want to join us? But it's not the same panel. I think that you entered the incorrect panel.
All right, 1 second. Wait, it's the wrong panel.
That's fun. I like it. You can join us if you want.
Because I think they're running late.
You can join us. Why not? Rega, what's your name, my friend? What's your name? So we can even introduce ourselves. So we know.
You can't hear us probably.
Okay, you can hear us. Okay, good. Okay, that's cool. Everybody, actually, if we had someone from Sigma, we can ask them if the event is actually in April or November, because everybody has like contradicting information. But we'll ask him on later. Anyway, my friend Assaf. So you explained the difference. Yeah. So and then I want you to explain. So finish to explain the difference, and then explain me what value you can bring to your partner when there is no normal sports. Yeah, please.
So esports is basically computerized between two teams or two players that are playing League of Legends, Counter-Strike, and other computer games. There are professional teams, especially in Asia, and this causes some regulatory problems because some of the players are underage, for example.
I see.
So there is a huge difference between traditional sports, which is professional sports, and esports, which is computerized and organized by different organizations, etc. So during the pandemic, we had to provide to our B2B partners some content because there were no football games, no basketball, etc. We started to work on esports to understand the characteristic of this sport. How do you? The audience is also different because traditional sports, let's say horse racing, is for old school people mainly. Football is widely acceptable, but esports is very much targeted to millennials because the beginning of this of all these computer games, etc., which are played socially, began, let's say, 10, 15 years ago, something like this. And also the customers, the clients, the punters are not are millennials, and they have different characteristics. They are less loyal to a certain brand. They tend to behave differently than the old school bettors, and in a way, but we have to also consider that they are the future of the gamblers because
of course
gamblers mature, and the future of the gambling industry is esports and fantasy sports and things like this.
Of course. Assaf, thank you first of all for your side. I would just conclude what you actually said with one last sentence. Many people see esports as actually an incentive to get punters into real money gambling, and some of them actually see the esports as something which is standalone. That's also a good point to debate. I want to move forward because we're already late, and I want to move forward. Emily, okay? Emily, let's ask you the same question that we asked the operators and the service providers. How do you or your business bring extra value to your partners? And then we can ask you, what do you think needs to be done to even make it better? So what is your business, and how do you bring extra value? Thank you, Emily.
Well, for us as a law firm who does specifically these types of things, we work specifically with online companies, with financial companies, with gaming companies, and we do strictly that. I mean, we don't work with real estate, and we don't work with family law. We do specifically this, and it's type of a niche, and so that forms a sort of specialty. So we're very, very focused on what we do, and we do it well. So that is an extra value that we can give our clients because we know what we're doing, and we do it well, and we do specifically this. So
we don't do family law? We don't do torts law? We don't...
Unfortunately, no? We don't.
I actually wanted Janet to be an ambulance chaser. It's really cool, like to be like a lawyer who chases ambulance for filing claims against hospital.
So actually, for a lot of our clients, it becomes sort of what we can call a hub or an ecosystem, where a lot of what we do is we connect different clients, and that creates sort of an ecosystem, and it specializes us. It differentiates us from other competitors. And frankly, we don't have competitors, so it's really a great way to work. But just like you were telling me a few days ago, I mean, obviously I'm new to the team, but you told me as kind of an anecdote a few days ago that a couple years ago you were negotiating to buy a bank.
Yeah, a bank in Belize actually. It was a bank in Belize, and now we're actually pissed that we didn't do it. It was a bankrupting bank.
For me, thinking about different ways to sort of bring that even one notch higher, bringing our business to a different level, I think that would be the solution, because a lot of our work is working on licensing for banks, for financial companies, for different things that we're doing. And a lot of our work is with local banks. And having a European bank would be, a pleasure. So
Yeah.
the next step, the next move.
That should be the next step. That should be definitely the next step. Because if you know, like, banks are very now replaced by, in the past, the idea was to buy a bank in Belize, and back then to buy a 30% share in a bankrupt bank in Belize is something which is not very expensive and quite, useful. But now I think that
it would be very useful for us.
Yeah, exactly. And also for our clients, I'm sure like Matan, Melanie, Trafficasa, you can use a bank, even though it's like in the Caribbean or something like that, it's still cool, but you still need to decide.
Just to say, Tal, that you own a bank is very nice.
That's nice and useful, yeah. So thank you. Yeah, I agree. That can do it better. Yeah, that can do it better. Not to be only a law firm. I agree with you. Yeah, thank you first of all, Emily.
The next step of Tal Ron, Drihem Co is, bank owners.
Bank owners, sure. Or PSPs, yeah, exactly. I agree with that. I think it's a good thing, even though I can tell you, and that's also an anecdote, it's very risky, and sometimes I have this dilemma, but again, it's much less risk as a law firm and as a law firm owner to focus on being a lawyer, not take shares in, the companies, not invest in our own clients, and of course, being like a bank is like much more risk. But we're all the time thinking.
I guess it's kind of like high risk, high reward.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
On the other side of it, it could be amazing for our clients and our
exactly.
Clients.
I agree with you.
So,
yeah, exactly. We discuss it all the time. Yeah. Thank you so much, Emily. Thank you for your insight. Thank you, and thank you again for joining us today, actually, and thank you. So another question that I will really first to start with Melanie. Thank you. Melanie, you run a very successful operation based in Malta, right? And you are actually licensed by the MGA, by the Maltese Gambling Authority, which according to my view, is one of the more proactive regulators, one of the more friendlier regulators. These guys are people which you can get a beer in St. Julian and discuss regulatory affairs without it affecting anything, and it's really, really cool. Very professional and very, proactive. And I want to hear from Melanie, yeah, and then I will move to Matan and to Ron. Melanie, you are now based in Malta, and you have an MGA. Have you been also focusing on getting licenses from other places?
Actually, yes. As you know, our biggest market is Germany, and they recently just introduced the transitional period, and hopefully there will be a license by July. So we are compliant already with everything they do. And I think multi-license strategy is the way forward, because casinos do have a bad image. And I think it's become more and more important. If you have more licenses, it creates trust from customers. I think it's the way forward, definitely.
So which ones are you going on? Which ones? Sorry to ask that, like, let's say, if you can share it, you can share and let us know which licenses will you go on or tend to or consider. Can you share, please?
Yeah,
if you want.
For this year we only have for sure the German license, but we looked also, of course, for the Dutch license or the Danish one. But for us, high priority is Germany, which will be in July this year, hopefully.
Okay, this is funny because in our firm, and I think that Emily and also Jenny and my team, we actually deal more with we do also MGAs, but lots of Emily, we do Curacao licenses, Alderney, Curacao. But again, I think that we ask the clients to stay compliant, even like they had an MGA or UKGC license. We don't like them to say, listen, we have Curacao, let's be a cowboy. It's very, very much important. Okay, it's important. This leads us to the next question, actually.
Well, might I add, Tal, that with any license, especially doing business in the gaming and casino areas, it's super important to have ongoing legal services and to be fully compliant in everything, every step of the way, whether it's gaining the license and whether it's doing your ongoing work. It's super important to stay compliant and be according to the law when dealing with this kind of business. It just goes
Agree.
hand in hand.
Agree. We agree, and that's exactly what Emily said. You know, in the past, I think that many people thought, listen, we can buy a license, we can buy a Curacao license, we can buy even a UKGC license, we can have our compliance manager, and that's about it. Let's have a payment solution specialist in the team, and that's about it.
It doesn't
Now,
work anymore.
yeah, it doesn't work anymore. Yeah. And actually, yeah, it doesn't work anymore. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing, but it doesn't work anymore like that. And this is why, you know, our firm is actually doing what we do, because we really enjoy doing what we do to actually represent those clients.
It keeps us busy.
Yeah, it keeps us busy at night. And Matan and Ron knows that. Matan and Ron, now it's your turn, and thank you to be so you know, patient. But I want to hear from you. And as I told you, Matan and Ron, both of them have really good. I introduced Ron. Maybe Matan, I said where he is living, but I did not really introduce Matan properly. So thank you, Matan. Matan is coming from Boiling Offers. Matan has been like a celebrity in the local financial industry. He was working for the best regulated financial brokers before being an affiliate for another firm. And actually, for the last several years, he's actually the CEO and the co-founder of Boiling Offers, which is an affiliate network, but it's also a full, let's say, full package digital agency working with several of our clients also. And for me to have like Matan and Ron Talmor on the panel with Assaf Stieglitz, I know like maybe you might be competition, but it's not really competition, because all of you are good friends also of each other, and also, you know, highly regarded in the industry. And I would like to hear from both of you, like two issues. How can affiliates and networks these days solidify their business and make their business prosper by entering into more verticals? What are the ways that Matan and Ron, you know, you're from Trafficasa and Trafficasino, Matan, you're in Boiling Offers. I want to hear tips from you. And you both run very successful businesses, but it wasn't, you know, coming like this from scratch. You know, you did it by yourself and with really good teams. What did you do in order to make these companies grow, and how can you keep them grow? Please, let's start, please, with Matan.
Okay, so hi everyone, good to be here. And regarding to your question, my dear friend Tal, we grow our business through relationships, basically, because as an affiliate network, you have to take care of both sides of the equation. One is the affiliate side, and the other is the advertiser side. And of course, constantly keeping each side satisfied by making sure that the traffic that you send and the feedback that you get for this traffic is real, genuine, and of course make sure there are no any fraud activities and such that really damages relationships and of course the business. And we grow our business into different verticals by making research first, understanding which verticals are interesting and worth tapping into. And of course, after making that research and analyzing the insights that we got from this research, we obviously make the decision to penetrate a certain vertical. And yes, I think that, you know, eventually it comes down to relationship, to the ability to get the best deals and constantly improve the deals that you make in order to you know, get stability in the traffic from the affiliate side, and from the advertiser side, make sure he's giving the best results possible, and of course strengthening the trust between both parties is always important, because if you don't have trust in this industry, it's very, very hard to grow.
Look, I want to repeat what Matan said. I cannot agree more, and I think that Matan is a really good example. And I think, and this also will lead me to Ron. And Matan and Ron company, you know, Ron and with his team, with Jonathan and with Seth and with all these cool guys working for Ron and the cool guys working with Matan, are examples for people who are working, you know, for several years already in those teams. And there are people, you know, when we went to Dubai, probably it was before everything was closed, you know, we like last minute before nothing could be happened in December. We went to the Forex Expo in Dubai, and I saw these guys. It was all about relationship. I saw, Ron Talmor didn't come. You remember, Ron? You remember that he didn't want to come to Dubai.
Mother don't give me the path to do it.
What? Sorry? What did you say?
My mother, she don't give me to go.
No, it's your mother or your wife? You told me that your wife told you that there will be bad karma if you go out, and that you'll bring manchus. Manchus is a word in Arabic. Manchus is bad luck.
I know that if I will come, I will get corona, so...
Yeah, exactly.
So I prefer
Exactly.
to don't do it, but my people go, and I hear that they go with you, and everything, it was perfect.
Exactly. So I went with them. I saw.
They
Exactly.
say happy wife, happy life.
And
Yeah.
Matan not coming as well, so I don't get the reason to come.
Look, Matan was in Mexico. Matan was in Cancun, so he had a reason why not to come. But look, I want to give you this an example. I want to relate to what Matan said and to speak now with Ron, and I will explain. Matan is a good example, and let's compare it. And we're not here to be politically correct, okay? We're here to speak about practical stuff, okay? It doesn't need to come from a specific company or a specific country or specific something. But we all know about, groups over the WhatsApp, groups over Telegram, of affiliates that have been screwing people and asking for prepayment. And, it's like people told me that when you meet an affiliate, whether it's a guy or a girl, and the first thing they say, listen, we're asking for $5,000 for prepayment before we actually work with you. It's like, speaking on, I don't want to say, I don't know who is hearing us now, but it's like speaking about something, I don't know, you understand what I mean? On the first very line when you meet someone new, and then it's like you're very deep in the relationship before you even say hello. You understand what I mean? And it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that.
Like talking about marriage on the first date.
No. This is Emily. She came from the United States. She's still naive. It's good. Good. Someone is naive here on the panel. Someone is naive here on the panel. Anyway, it's yeah, exactly. It's good that we have naive people. I think that also Melanie is naive, right, Melanie?
I would not say so.
Actually, I had enough time. I had enough Melanie hours. I know that she has some very naive time and some less naive time, but she's actually a very good girl and very smart girl, and it's important. Actually, what I want to say regarding this relationship is that you see in some cases that this relationship actually builds the whole company. When you have people, some assholes, saying, listen, we will not do anything with you before the $5,000 prepayment, even though you don't know me, even though I have a fake Skype ID. And I don't want to say from where countries these come, because some of them come from specific countries, but I don't want to say wherever they come. Some of them come from there, some of them come from others, but, probably some of the people who are seeing us know. At the end of the day, these guys are bringing bad image to this industry. And that's exactly, I believe, what Matan said. It's all, how can you get good deals if you get good relationships? I think that Melanie also mentioned that in last November in 2019. Ron, I want to hear from you about that. What do you think about that?
About the scam vibe or about how we grow?
About the scam, and I can tell you as the lawyer of Trafficasa, we have been dealing with some scammers. And like Ron Talmor is how we say in Hebrew, he's a gever. Emily, how can we translate gever into English?
He's a manly
He's a
man.
man.
Manly man? Manly man. We say in Yiddish, he's a mensch. He's a mensch. It's like, it's German, I don't know. He's a mensch. He's a guy, he's a gever. He doesn't go after the dime, after the penny and dime. And he trusts people. And then, like a few months ago, we were filed with some, okay, again, I don't want to say where these guys came from, but with, 40,000 euro of loss. And I was really pissed about, as a company lawyer, but we did whatever we can, in order to find them. But where they are coming, it's like it's not very easy to find these people, and these people are not really obeying the law and the country in general. And it's a problem. So first of all, that's regarding the scam, right?
So the scam, regarding the scam, basically we understand it is part of the game, first of all. So we try to squeeze the people that we work and the companies that we connect, that it's come for friends or people that work with us. and then we have like credit referrals that basically give us a trust score to go and make business with new partners. So this is one thing that we actually do in the scam issues. I can say that in the last year it was very, very big amount of affiliates that are not real, and we try to fight with that any day, anytime. We do KYC. We ask for people, for 3 people that they work with. So basically, on that side, we try to take a minimum risk and, not jump to any deal or to any business. So this is for what you ask about the scam.
It's very important.
So basically, we know how to protect the business, but it's not 100%. Sometimes we use our lawyer attitude. Someone we don't approve the payment. This is the way that we protect. And about how we grow, basically that we go to do a new business, a new vertical. We choose to do it with good partners, and this is connect to the other question that we know. As you know, the affiliate industry is all about the trust and trust score, and people that that are deliver good traffic and good quality, and then we find the few partners that can we take our products and grow together. What is our value that we know that in the industry we never delay with payment. We pay always on time. We grow like not in big steps, step by step. Test the traffic, test the operation, and not jumping to big amounts of spend of money or spend of traffic for the affiliates. We test all the time new sources that the operation we will be happy, not just the affiliate side. And this is give us basically to grow on not on big steps, but small steps, but profitable and with secure structure.
Yeah,
so
it's very interesting. You speak, Ron, you mentioned something that people all the time, if you read about all these gurus or mentors over the internet, some of them fraudulent, some of them for real, say, listen, grow your business 10x, grow your business 3 times. And you actually say, don't grow the business, grow the profits, and make it steady and make it like this, and don't grow it like, is it correct, Ron?
Exactly, and I can say that I was just alone. Before 3 years, I was alone. Then we grow, and now we are 20 people. So we can do it in 2 months and make more money, but the day after we will fall down. So basically we do it very slow, very secure, and this is the way that we go to new verticals. We test it, we find the best sources to grow, and hope it will be good.
I agree. And it's funny because even though they go, Trafficasa and Trafficasino go, like, let's say they do it step by step because they want to be, let's say, safe. On the safe side, our office is in Arba Towers, their office is in Alon Towers, like both on the other side of Ayalon in Tel Aviv. Yeah, show us our office. Where is our office? Rega, let's see. That's interesting. You can you can change the camera? Let's see. Let's see if we can do it, because it's funny. We don't see anything. We just say Ron Tal. We don't see anything. We can't see anything, my friend. Maybe you shut up the video, but actually it's like 2 kilometers between each other, but it's like 2 high-rise towers, so we can see each other. Ron, I don't think we can see you. Guys, anyone can see him, or we just see his name there? No. We cannot see. Ron, we cannot see you, so never mind. Never mind, Ron. We have like few minutes left. It's okay. What I actually wanted to say, and that's interesting, is that they actually really spreaded their offices. So like they started like a very small office, and then they took more and more and more, and now there's like a big chunk of employees sitting there. I don't know.
For lunch every now and then.
Yeah, every now and then they come for lunch, and every now and then their team is coming, and getting. We didn't see you, my friend. We just now we see your pretty face again, but we couldn't see the office. Here we see exactly, guys. Now this is exactly what in the right hand side. No, how can I show you? Okay, in the middle of the stay there. Okay, in the middle of this exactly, you can see two towers that are stuck together. The right-hand one is ours. We have we bought the property on the 18th floor, and that's our office. We can actually, we cannot speak to each other because it's like 2 kilometers, but it's very nice every time. Sometimes Jonathan, one is his team guy, has a really good camera, so he takes me, photos on the balcony, and thanks God I'm not naked there. But it's really cool. So thank you so much, Mr. Ron Talmor. I would like actually to ask Matan, and everybody is actually relying on your advice, and I know you're also a mentor for many people who are now entering the business, also the financial side. And I want to hear from Matan your tips, your comments, your advice for newcomers to this industry. Matan.
All right, but which newcomers? Like new advertisers, new affiliates?
Okay, let's do something else. You have a new affiliate wanting to come and want to promote legally. And I don't want to answer you the question that I would like to hear, but new affiliates. New affiliates, because we all know that in each and every event, the most demand is the affiliates. If it's in a Clarion event, right? Ron is the guys with the Melanie. It's the guys with the yellow bracelet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yellow.
Well, you are with the red bracelet in Lisbon, right? I remember because you were the operator. So everybody looking for the yellow. Everybody looks for the affiliate. So let's say you have someone finished his school in Romania, and then he wants to be an affiliate. So what tip can you give him, Matan?
So if he wants to become an affiliate, I'd say first, make sure you know which vertical you tap into, and before you start spending money on campaigns, make sure you have a good deal on one hand, but then on the other hand, make sure you're not jumping over the roof in terms
over the
of
pupik. We're saying over the pupik.
Exactly. I wanted to say that, but I remember that not everyone here is Israeli like us. But anyways, I think that if you come with I would say normal terms for the deal you wish to make, and of course showing some results at the beginning and build the relationship step by step, showing that you have the capability to bring results, to deliver what you're asking for, and I think that would be the way to start. Regarding prepayments for newbies, there are many people think that they come, they say they affiliate, and people will just send the money as if they were making business for a long time, and that's not the case. You must understand that you're entering a very, very large world, large industry with many verticals, with many affiliates competing for the best deals on one hand, and on the other hand, advertisers that wants to take traffic but want to make sure they are collaborating with trusted persons, and of course, the traffic has the value for the deal you're asking. So just make the tests before you come, and of course, asking for a certain deal. Make sure you know how to deliver it, and what are the best channels to work on in order to deliver the.
Agreed. So do the test. Don't ask for a prepayment for a newbie. Make sure that you know what to do. Do some A/B testing, and be dedicated probably, and also motivated. If you wanted to say that, and
I just wanted to add regarding the prepayment. That obviously you also have the risks that you're taking when you're starting a campaign. So for that reason, don't start with companies you don't know or you haven't heard of. Start with the companies that are already well known in the industry, and the risk is like very, very low, is almost zero.
Agree. By the way, I'm just writing to Ron to return to us. He probably, I don't know what, I'm seeing something. Hey, Ronos!
I must go to meeting. Sorry, guys.
Okay, so bye, Ron. It's fine. Thank you so much, and enjoy, and hopefully to see you on next Wednesday. So bye, Ron. I know that also Melanie.
Good luck, everyone, and good luck.
Good luck. Thank you, Ron. Melanie, let's. I know that you also have another meeting. Let's do it fast, and let's say goodbye to everybody properly. But it's okay. So thank you. First of all, Assaf, and then Emily, and then Melanie, and then we say goodbye to everybody. Assaf.
First of all, for a newbie affiliate, I will say that you must do a research and find your niche, because you can't go all over and succeed on everything. Find a niche that suits you. Be very picky when choosing the partners you are working with. Solid companies that has reputation, and prepare for a long term. Have a plan not for a 1 month or 2 months, but a long term plan that will lead you to success, because sometimes it takes time. Most of the time it takes time. You can succeed in 1-2 months. It takes time. But first of all is the research.
To do research, and you say it as someone who has been dealing with research and have a first degree in something which is very research, in a research university in Israel. So you say, do research, do your work. I know that, the stuff that you're now setting up probably is already almost 1 year you're already working on that new venture. And probably, and I don't think if that is a good case, because that is probably doing over research. But sometimes it's better to do over research, to do under research, and just go to the public with something which will work or doesn't work. And I agree with you. So thank you so much, Assaf. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for insight. And then we have Emily, and then we have Melanie, and then we say goodbye. So Emily, so any further tips, comments?
Excuse me for a second. We have 2 questions for Matan.
Very good.
Yes.
We have
I'm happy.
2 questions from the audience. One is, Matan, do you make prepayments to affiliates? And the second one is, how do you prevent affiliates fraud?
Oh, very good questions. Very good question. Please, Matan. And and I will also answer a bit on the legal side. Matan, please.
So it really depends. We don't do prepayments to affiliate unless we have some sort of relationship with them, long-lasting relationship that helps them with the cash flow. That's sometimes what we do, to help them with the cash flow for the campaign, to make sure they send high volume and they are, set up for success. Then, of course, we help them, and we do provide them with prepayments on some occasions. But with new affiliates, we first want to see that they send traffic, that they can deliver some results. And of course, we also allow them, in order to minimize their risk, to provide them with back-to-back payment. What it means that whenever there is a result occur on the platform, like a conversion or a lead or whatever results we define in advance, then he gets paid right away. We send him a wire or a Bitcoin or any other payment method that he prefers to use, such as PayPal also, and we provide him with the POP. And what was the second question?
The second one is, how can you prevent Matan fraud? Because as we all know, there's lots of fraudulent traffic. I think that Jenny, Emily, me, and Liat, we have been dealing last week in a very interesting fraud case in Tel Aviv court. Regarding exactly the same question, fraudulent traffic, IVT, invalid traffic, who pays on that? How much time? You remember? Yeah, so that's a question you can address. Maybe. That's the question. I can tell you what was the solution in our case. Emily, do you want to discuss it? You want to answer? Yeah, sure. Please do it. Matan, you're the expert. Please, yeah.
The question was to me, so I will answer. But if
of course.
Anyways, what I was about to say is that we prevent fraud by, of course, going through some due diligence process with each new partner that we are starting with, and if it's an existing partner, let's say an affiliate sent traffic, and the advertiser did some brought a result, and for some reason we don't see it, or because there are many types of frauds. But let's say let's take the kind
Explain.
of common.
No. 1 second. Matan. Sorry for me. That's a good question. I would like you please to invest a few minutes and explain the different type of what type of fraud did you see, please.
So one type of fraud is just sending traffic that is not converted, and it's just putting a lot of pressure on the sales team, on the advertisers' sales, and eventually, if you paid him in advance, of course, then he might disappear. This is one type of fraud. Another type of fraud is if someone sends kind of fraudulent conversions, which means that he only makes the conversions in order to get the commission. All right. In that case, it's pretty risky. So we always make sure that the conversion was confirmed by the advertiser. And if it's confirmed and we know that that we get paid for it, of course we will pay the affiliate. If that's not the case, if there is a fraudulent activity with that type of traffic, if let's say someone made an FTD and then withdrew his money without doing any other activity on the platform, that is obviously turn a red light, a red flag. And you need to check into that, and we check into that, and if we found that that happens many times or several times, then obviously it's a fraud and we dismiss it. There are other ways to check frauds if, let's say, they're using some type
One second. Melanie just wrote. Melanie, we need to say goodbye. So Melanie, goodbye.
Sorry. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Thank you.
We'll continue with Matan. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
please.
you.
Bye, Melanie. Thank
Bye.
you. Matan, please. Thank you, Melanie. Yeah.
Sorry,
Matan, please.
So again, the second type of fraud is when someone trigger the conversion in order to get the commission. So in that case, we need to, and everyone that is working in the affiliate space needs to make sure each conversion he gets, which triggers a commission, needs to be double checked and make sure it's not a fraudulent conversion, and so he won't get pay this result for nothing. And from the other side, from the advertiser side, sometimes there are shavings, what we call in the common language in the industry, is that conversions are coming, but the affiliate cannot see them because obviously they don't fire it to him on the platform, so he cannot track the results. In that case, what we do is, of course, make sure and get all the emails every end of the day of the people that made a certain conversion, the traffic that converted, and make sure it matches our numbers. That's one thing. And the second thing comes back to relationship, making sure you work with people that will not scam you and you have a trusted relationship with and long-lasting relationship with, that obviously won't motivate them to of course do fraud with you.
Amazing. Thank you.
And like we saw last week in this court case, it's very, very important to work with people you trust, on a human level. Regards to working, you have to have a connection on a human level. It's very important.
Definitely.
Yeah, and we actually saw that let's say the smoking gun of the fraud was how do you convince the judge that it is real fraud that was actually reported on time. And then, there are, like accurate metrics and accurate companies that actually can verify if this traffic was fraudulent and not fraudulent. And that is probably part of what is also a way. And I can also tell, Matan, do you have any further input on that question? Because that was really, really good questions. Matan?
What question? Yeah,
no,
what
no.
question?
Do you have any further input on the questions that Michnea gave you?
Again, you know, every case is a different case. So you really need to be on it to make sure you pay attention to the traffic, you monitor it, you monitor the results with the advertiser, you get feedback from the advertiser on the traffic, and you get feedback and you understand from the affiliate what is the type of the traffic that he sends, if it's Google, if it's Facebook, if it's other ad networks, because obviously you have a reference point that you can go to and check. If he sent traffic from Google, for example, and you know that this type of traffic in this type of vertical converts, let's say 15%, and in here it converts 30% or 5%, then that's really far from the average, you know? So that also turn on red lights, which makes you check and the traffic, and of course make sure there are no such a huge gaps between what should be converting, what should be the conversion rate of this type of traffic. Yeah.
Agreed. Any further questions? It was nice, you know, to get really straight to the point questions from the delegates. Now, you know, we don't have Melanie now. We'll move to another meeting. Ron also probably went to lunch. We have less people on the panel, but before we move to the next panel, any other questions, guys? No more questions. I think it was nice. I think we had a nice panel. Maybe last tip from Emily, probably regarding the last questions. Any further tips, comments, and advice for our viewers, and then we'll wrap it up. Please.
Well, what I was going to say regarding to Assaf, what he said about constant research, is that constant research is a direct effect to constant growth. You know, you have to constantly research and become a better expert on what you're doing. And to be a successful business, whether it's a firm, whether it's an operator, whether it's an affiliate, you have to have constant growth, whether it's what you do or your clients or your database. So I guess just constant growth, constantly changing and participating in whether it's panels or conferences or, you know, having more to offer to a bigger database of clients.
I agree, and I think that at the end of the day, and let's wrap it up. You know, this panel, Emily and Assaf and Matan and Michnea.
Sorry, we have another question. I think it's the same guy from the audience. He's asking also, Matan, why would I work with boiling offers and not directly with your advertisers?
Okay, one second. Before we move that, Michnea, let me just wrap this up, and 1 second, and then we'll discuss that point, because also we want to have it like organized, even though, you know, let's try. We have like 5 speakers and now less, but okay. First of all, let me wrap that question, and then let's deal with that, and which is, again, a very, very good question. Difference between working with direct offers and networks, which all the time people ask. And I'm really happy with this panel and with this event in general, Michnea. So first of all, I think for you it's a good compliment, Michnea, and you know that I'm very critical, and you did a very good job here.
Thank you very much, Tal.
Okay, so let me first wrap up what I just want to say, and then we'll get the last answer from Matan, and we'll say goodbye to all the audiences. Believe everybody have more work to do today. So regarding what we heard today, our panel was do's and don'ts in affiliate marketing in 2021. I think we discussed also on the affiliate side. We also discussed on the affiliate network side. Now, Matan will also add his vision about why is it important, what's the difference, and we'll speak it in general. Melanie, she's one of the strongest women in gaming in general. She's also an operator. You rarely see women, and it's a pity, but you rarely see women who is actually a partner in a casino, a real partner, like a partner in a casino, not only, you know, like a head of marketing or something like that, or affiliate manager. She's really a partner and an operator, which is really, really cool. There are some strong women in gaming. 2 years ago, we did the panel, Women of the Year in iGaming. It was probably the most well-attended panel in Sigma, but I think we have to have more women in gaming, that's for sure. Now, at the end of the day, the industry is moving forward all the time. I think Emily said it, Assaf said it, Matan and Ron. Trust is the issue. We need to make sure operators are compliant, affiliates are compliant. We need to make sure that clients have diversifying their payments and the licenses and having the best, support. It's not like 2015. It's not like even, when I entered the industry in 2003, and sorry to keep this long, but it's important. In 2003, we sold by the bucket loads licenses in Costa Rica that costed $4,000. And, I just entered in 2003. In 1999, people who ran Playtech now, afterwards, actually worked with Antigua licenses. I don't remember Antigua. I was not dealing with Antigua. But I entered in Costa Rica when the Costa Rica was the go-to place. Now everybody's going on Alderney, Curacao, MGA, UKGC, and of course more and more licenses, Scandinavia, Sweden, Denmark, etc. It's important to diversify. It is important to be compliant. It is important to work by all the rules. As Emily said, even for me, I learn all the day. I speak with Assaf, I learn. I speak with Matan, I learn. With Amir Mikay, he was also speaking in another panel today, I learn. I speak with my colleagues, with Jenya, Mayan, Liat, Emily, I learn all the time. I think it's very, very important. That's regarding...
Might I add, according to local changing policies, because these things are constantly
all
changing.
The time, exactly. All the time changing. It's exactly what we had in the UK. Now, Matan, and thank you so much. That's regarding us. Matan, you had I will repeat the question. The question is actually, I'll even make it even more broader. Please explain the ideas of working directly, between working directly and working with an affiliate network like your company. What's the benefits? What's the advantages? Maybe you can also speak about the disadvantages. And yeah, please, Matan. Yeah.
So that is a good question because, and I remember I answered it, I think, in the last panel I participated in.
Exactly.
I think as an affiliate, working with a network, even though you might get a little bit less commission than what you would get if you would work with a direct advertiser, I think the results in general and the ROI is much higher, and I will explain. First reason is that a network doesn't work only with one advertiser. It can always send your traffic to a few advertisers from the same field, and of course get you better results and get better understanding of where it converts better. So if one advertiser is not giving you the best results, we are able to test it with few advertisers and then understand really where is the problem, get to the root of the problem. If it's the traffic that is low quality, or it's the advertisers that doesn't know how to convert, or a sales team is not really practiced with it. So this is one thing. Another thing is if you work with a network, you get much better support because that's what we do. We always in touch with affiliates and advertisers, and you get dedicated account manager that is 24/7 almost available for you and will answer your questions and will give you the feedback you need. Advertiser has his own interest, and affiliate network is a middleman. It's kind of a middleman that cares about both sides. And if I say the truth, I think that networks even tend to have more they favor more the affiliates because eventually there are enough advertisers in the world, and not enough trusted affiliates that send high quality traffic. And don't get me wrong, advertisers are very, very important because if you have a good advertiser that you're working with and you're managing to get the best deals from him, then you can pass them through to your affiliate, so it's a win-win situation. And of course, networks always negotiating better deals with advertisers, what you couldn't do as an affiliate with an advertiser, because you could negotiate a better deal, but not all the time you have the leverage on the advertisers to get the better deal. An affiliate network that sends high volume to the advertiser has a leverage to get a better deal for your traffic, and of course make sure they get a better results and everything. And so for these reasons, I think that working with the network, especially if you are an affiliate, I think it's much more it's much better for you. And if you're an advertiser working with a network, obviously, you know, it goes without saying, you get much higher traffic. You get another filter for the traffic that makes sure the traffic that is being sent is good traffic, has quality, and saves you a lot of headache, to be honest.
Understood. And I think that was such a complete answer. I think that the guys got a complete answer. I can tell you also, you know, we're here local in Romania. I'm saying here. I'm here in Tel Aviv, but I'm thinking now in Romanian language. And, you know, in Romania, there's something really cool. I remember a few years ago, they introduced, you can pay 6,000 euro, if I remember correctly, and you can get an affiliate license. You remember that, Michnea? You remember that thing?
Yes.
Or no? You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very strange. I remember that because it was not very enforceable, and it was quite shocking me. Why would an affiliate pay 6,000 euro to get a license? And sorry to say some, like, maybe to act like a cowboy or say do not go according to the law. But why would you pay 6,000 euro to get an affiliate license in Romania when another guy in another sector in Bucharest doesn't pay any license fee and do the same and get the same results or even better? And that's, sorry to say, disappoints me very much, because if there is a law, the law should be to everywhere and to anyone. And, you know, I don't want to get into politics, but, you know, it's very important that the law will be law and everybody will have the same law, okay?
Okay.
Guys, it was a pleasure. I think it was a pleasure. Even if there will be more questions, I'm sorry. You know, we want to be, okay? So I know I may anticipate another question.
No,
maybe,
no,
but no.
No,
it's okay.
Not another question. No. You have to close the panel. Thank
no
you very
problem.
much, Tal. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And let me ask you a question.
I invite everyone to get in touch with me on LinkedIn, and of course.
Of course. Yeah, Matan is very active both on Facebook, both on LinkedIn, and now on Instagram. I just joined Instagram, I think 2 days ago. Assaf, I think also, and yeah, I think also Emily on both. I think that at the end of the day, it's very important to keep in touch, and we are all of us are very, very active and very, very, you know, open-minded and like to hear feedback. Michnea, can you tell us more about the next events that you are planning, actually?
Actually, the next one is next month, but it's just a round table with the authorities in Romania. But the main event that we are hoping to accomplish is the conference, which was initially planned last year in March, and we moved due to the pandemic. We moved it to May. Hopefully, we will be able to do it, but nevertheless, I will keep you posted with all our events. We have some events in the autumn. We have a lot of events. We want to make monthly events online. So we have a lot of things to talk about.
Very good.
Thank you very much, Tal. Thank you for your support.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to your panelists,
Thank you.
and hope to see each other very soon and very healthy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll take a short break.